13 things I normally pick up at my store when I go. This is a video response to the Big Preps and Mama Bear Prepping. They recently did videos on 13 things they would normally buy every time they went to the store. So today I'm going into one of my local Walmarts to show you the 13 things I normally get every time I go into the store. So I'm looking in the first aid section, the Band-Aids and the alcohols and the Epsom salts. And today I'm going to pick up an Epsom salt. And I usually pick up at least one thing from this area. Maybe not everything I'm going to pick up today, but at least one thing. And I'm going to get a hydrogen peroxide, and I'm going to get a 70% alcohol and a 91% alcohol because I want to bulk up on all three. So now, just a couple of hours down, I am in the over-the-counter meds area. I am always looking for that elusive 88-cent Walmart brand meds that they used to have that have been gone for years, but I still take a look. So another aisle I hit up while I'm on the pharmacy side is the feminine hygiene products. These shelves look pretty well stocked today. So now I'm in the next aisle over looking at wipes. I am looking for the Great Value Fresh Scent wipes. We love to have those things. We use them for camping and so many other things. So now on to the canning aisle, the all-important canning aisle. Well, important to me. I am always looking for lids, jars, and this store seems to be pretty well stocked in both. They even have dehydrators. This is the best I've seen it in about 6 months or more. So I'm now in the camping section. I'm actually shocked they have the 1 pound propane tanks in the 2-pack because they haven't had them in the last 3 or 4 times I've come in here looking for them. And I also look through just to see what else they have, if they have the water purifying tablets, etc. So last but not least, the clearance aisle before I go over to the grocery section. I always look through my clearance aisle. You'll never know what you could find in this aisle. I found some great gems over here, and I make sure I stop by every clearance aisle they have. So now we're going to head over to the other side of the store, and I always look for my drink mix, and I guess it was bound to happen. As you can see, it's going up to 108. And as you can see, this store has pasta. It's not a whole lot of pasta, but it's more pasta than I've seen in quite some time. And the mashed potatoes wasn't too bad. So this next area is the canned veggies and beans area. I always, 100% of the time, picked up a canned veg at least every time I go. So the next area I always check out is the canned meats, sardines, tuna, ham. Every time I go, I pick up something in this area. Hubby is a big meat and potatoes eater, and I pick up something every single time from this area, something or another. So this is the rice and beans area. I will say, all in all, this store was pretty well stocked. You had holes here and there, so you can find what you want this week. So I'm back home now, and I'm going to show you some other things I normally get every time I go to the store. Areas I always check unless it completely slips my mind and I'm going a million miles an hour is the canning section, canning jars and canning lids. I'm always looking for both. If they don't have canning jars, I always pick up 2 wide mouth lids and 2 of the regular mouth lids. Always, always, always. 99.9% of the time if I remember, I will pick up at least 2 of these. Not always they have jars, but I will try and pick up like maybe 1 or so if they have it a month, or as you saw in my last one, I picked up 7 cases at the same time because I have been looking for them for quite some time, and this is the first time I have found them, so I picked up what I could find. Drink mix. Now these drink mixes, as you saw in the previous clips, have gone up to 108, which is still a lot cheaper than 125 at my local Dollar Tree. So I'm always trying to stock up on this sort of thing. I tried to get as many as I could at $1, but 108 is still not bad. Like I said, because it is cheaper than the Dollar Tree. One other thing is protein, sardines, tuna, this luncheon meat, which is the knockoff Spam, and the canned ham. I'm always getting a variety of this, as much as I can. Maybe like 2 or 4 of those, maybe 2 of these at a time, like 4. I know Aldi's, this Aldi's brand, they were limiting tuna, not, so I've just got into that habit of picking up 4 cans. I don't think they have a limit at the moment, but it might start to come back. I know they do have it on things like the chicken, things that are on sale, that sort of stuff. I'm not sure if they're limiting canned stuff at the moment, but it might be coming. So I pick up 4 every time I the same way. I pick up 4. Try to pick up at least 4 of each variety, whether they be in mustard, hot sauce, or water. That's the ones he likes. So that's what I try to pick up. In that, pasta, my starches as I call them, rice, pasta, mashed potatoes. I like these ones because I can stretch the regular ones and put a package of these and flavor the whole thing. So I don't have to have 4 cheeses to go in, or this one is the garlic. I can just put that package in with some regular and stretch my just non-flavored mashed potatoes that way. And rice. Every time I'm picking up at least one of these, what I call starches, because this is basically what we eat. Potatoes, pasta, and rice. We try couscous and all that kind of stuff. Either I didn't cook it right, they didn't like it, I'm going to stick with what I know. So those are our starches, as I call them. Toothpaste. I try to do like hygiene items like toothpaste, mouthwash, floss, that sort of stuff. And I always am looking for good deals on them. I coupon, so I do have a lot of stock of this. And I will pick it up when I see it at a good price. Lighters. Now, I picked up some more of these, even though I said in my last one it was enough. When I went to Walmart just now, the clips you saw earlier, I picked up more of these. They had, I think, 4 or 5 of them. And yes, I took all 4 or 5 of them. I'm sorry. But I figured at 88 cents, yeah, they are just as good, if not better than the big ones. So I picked up some more of those. I also picked up some propane, the little 1-pound green bottles that you saw. I don't bring them in the house. They're in our garage, and we're going to get them out of the garage because it's getting too much in there. So we've got a little project going on outside, and I'll show you that at a later time. But I did pick up some propane, and I usually look at that area. I either pick up propane, the lighters, or the butane for our every time I go, I pick up something along that line, or tarps. I didn't pick up any tarps this time, but they're great to have, tarps. And the next wipes, whether they be baby wipes. These are the flushable wipes I like. These smell so good. And they're the Great Value brand. And they're so hard to find in Walmarts. I can't find them anywhere. This was the last ones I found. And every time I go into Walmart, I look for them and I cannot find them. This fresh scent. We like this fresh scent. What does it say? Fresh scent. It does. But no, oh yeah, right there. Fresh scent. These smell awesome. Fresh scent. And they're nice and thick. So in a pinch, we use them when we go camping and all that kind of stuff. So they're great to have on hand should, something happen and you can't get water or you can't bathe yourself regularly. Wipes are your friend. Spices. Now, these are from Aldi's. I love these. These are salt-free ones. I always look for spices, whether it is in Walmart, getting some garlic or some onion mix. Not onion mix, but onion powder, garlic, onion powder for that 98 cents. Yeah. Cheaper than the dollar store all day long. Even before they went up to $1.25. But this is a little more expensive than $1 at Walmart. But I haven't at Walmart at the same price I can get it at Aldi. So seasonings. I call this the baking section. Every single time. Either flour, This is the King Arthur brand. That's the only brand I use. I did get some wheat berries recently, but I'm a King Arthur girl, and I like those. So King Arthur, either flour, and then I get sugar, brown sugar, white sugar, evaporated milk. I know I canned some the other day, but I want to have some in a can. I home canned some not that long ago, and I have some of that. But I always get 1 or 2 or 4 of these. Cocoa, cocoa, cocoa. Always great to have cocoa in the house. Making fudge. I have a little project coming up, and I'll show you what I do with the cocoa in that. Molasses. I nearly ran out of molasses. I was on my last jar, and I couldn't find it anywhere. I went into Walmart, and they only had a couple. I can't be without my molasses. But molasses, baking powder, that sort of baking stuff, and baking soda. I'm always getting a big thing of baking soda at BJ's. That's where I get it from. You see me hold those big things. I just bought 2 more. Baking soda. Feminine hygiene products. Every time I go. Because usually I coupon for this stuff. Now they are so scarce. The shelf is so bare. Every time I go, I'm picking up something. Even if it's just a panty liner. Even if it's just a feminine wipe or spray or whatever. Tampon, whatever. I am picking it up. At least a couple or at least one of them I'm picking up. First aid stuff. Alcohol. Hydrogen peroxide. This is 91% alcohol. Epsom salt. Band-aids. Gauze. Cotton balls. Iodine peroxide. Iodine. Just first aid stuff. Every single time. At least something. Q-tips even. Every time I go, I have to look up. And I've been looking for over-the-counter meds that Walmart used to have at 88 cents. They have been going for years, literally. Every time I go, I look for something like cold and flu. I did get a good bit when I stocked up from Dollar Tree before they went before they went to 125. But I'm always looking in Walmart Walmart, pretty much. Or I went into Walgreens the other day and I looked there. So, yeah. First aid stuff. Deodorant. I really don't. I swear they eat it. So, deodorant, ladies and gents. That. I always stock up on deodorant, at least 1 or 2. And like I said, I am a couponer, so I will coupon for a lot of this stuff. I saw this. I was trying to get this from Azure on my last. I added it to my cart, and I went into Myers to get our ham for Easter Sunday dinner, and they had this. I was like, let me check to see what the price is, and I checked, and it was pretty well comparable to Azure. So I picked up 1 of the liquid and 2 of the bar soaps. So that's good to have. You could do anything with this. You can pretty much wash your clothes, wash your dishes, use it in the garden, every and anything you can do with these 2. And so I picked them up just to have them. And I usually pick up maybe a body wash or soap bar or along those lines, aftershave even, for my that I normally pick up every time I go. Clorox, cleaning products, Lysol, anything, wipes, dishwashing liquid, every single thing that I could clean with, I'm picking up at least a couple or 1 at least single time I go. And it's helping to build my pantry. So this is basically the stuff I pick up at least 1 of every single time I go to the store. It might be more than 13 items, but in categories, it's not 13 items, but it's what I pick up every single time I go to the store to either shop, even if I'm going in for one specific thing and I still look around. I look in my clearance section. You always want to be looking in your clearance section because you don't know what you can find in your clearance section. I found some great gems in my clearance section. You should know where they are in every single store you go in. Every single store has one. You need to find out where it is. Clearance section can be your friend. And also, when I was in Walmart this time, I did look at the gardening section. I nearly picked up some blackberries and raspberries. I was looking specifically for a specific one, didn't find it, so I kind of held off on it. And now I wish I would have just picked it up. But on my next go round, I will probably pick it up. So, yeah, these are the things I normally pick up every time I go to the store. This is the price of eggs in my area, and they have the nerve to put low price above $4.17 for 18 count. Really? So this is what the water was looking like in my Walmart that I was in. And I will say sometimes I do forget to get water. It's usually on my list, but 9 times out of 10 I won't get it because I have a way to harvest rainwater, and that's what we normally do. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and click that notification bell to be notified when I upload videos.